Welcome, and thank you all for joining us here today to celebrate International Women's Day. I'll start with the boring bit, housekeeping. There's no fire alarm test planned, so if you hear the alarm, please make your way out of the building, through the door at the top of the stairs, down and through the exit. The toilets are on the ground floor, again, down the stairs, or there's a lift just outside here, down to ground, and the toilets are just on the corridor. Okay, Cardiff Council's Women's Network was launched in 2009, and since then we've had good networking development programmes to help women employees build confidence and reach their goals. We'd like more women to join. So if you're not a member, then we've got the forms right here, right now for you. One of the things that we were concentrating on was results from a survey. It was a survey done by women employees in 1993. And they all worked for the council at that time. And it was about how they felt the council viewed women. And we thought it would be very useful to replicate those questions and that survey and see how things have changed. But again, we need just a few more of the questionnaires completing. It only takes a few minutes, and we'd be very grateful before you leave today that you completed one of those questionnaires. It's anonymous, so don't worry about it. We hope that the results will show us or give us an indication of what areas that we need to concentrate on in the future. And we'll publish the results, of course. One of the supporters of the Women's Network is Deputy Leader of Cardiff Council, Councillor Judith Woodman, who has been an inspiration for women in Cardiff. And if you were with us at that launch back in 2009, you may remember Councillor Woodman telling us how she and a group of young mums fought hard to get a fence around a play area in a school. It showed me that Judith is not a woman who gives up when the going gets tough, and we're very grateful of her continued support. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce to the stage now Councillor Judith Woodman. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Diane. And can I just say that fence is still there. Anyway, Croeso, welcome to the gate and good evening to everyone. As Deputy Leader of Cardiff Council and the Executive Equalities Champion for Cardiff Council, I am delighted to be here to celebrate International Women's Day with you all. This celebration has been arranged by Cardiff Council's Women's Network in partnership with the Council's Disability, LGBT and BME networks. It's a collaboration of all our employee equality networks and a testimony to the dedication and hard work of the individuals in these groups working to further equality in the Council. International Women's Day celebrates the economic, social and political achievements of women. It is a day that has been marked around the world for decades. In fact, International Women's Day 2011 is an extra special celebration as it is the centenary. 100 years since its foundation. Back in 1911, I think that's before all of our times, women from my grandmother's generation were spurred on by oppression and inequality to become more vocal and active in campaigning for change. In 1910, an international conference of working women was held in Copenhagen. A woman named Clara Zetkin, leader of the Women's Office for the Social Democratic Party in Germany, tabled the idea of an International Women's Day. She proposed that every year, in every country, there should be a celebration on the same day, a Women's Day in effect, to press for their demands. The conference greeted this suggestion with unanimous approval, and thus International Women's Day was born. Since its birth back in 1911, International Women's Day has grown to become a global day of recognition and celebration across the world. It's grown from strength to strength annually and is celebrated through numerous events in Cardiff each year. I think this is the third event that I've attended to celebrate. Women's equality has also developed considerably since my grandmother's generation 100 years ago. However, there is still much to be done to achieve parity between women and men, and it's important that we continue to celebrate this event and undertake initiatives to further women's equality. Tonight is a celebration of all women, from diverse backgrounds and cultures. It's quite fitting that this evening, on the centenary of International Women's Day, we could possibly be also celebrating 100 members of Cardiff Council's Women's Network. Over the last 2 years, the group has grown from a small team of about 5 or 6 to a membership of 99 women. So hopefully tonight's event will inspire some of you to join, and we can then celebrate 100 Women's Network members. This evening's event will showcase the talents of some young singer-songwriters from Cardiff schools who call themselves Girls with Guitars. We are honoured to have these young women here who are going to perform some songs for us. In addition, Forget Me Not Productions are performing a play called Her Story. This unique performance is a series of monologues and scenes that highlight history from a women's perspective. You will also recognise a member of the cast, as Diane, the chair of the Women's Network, has bravely volunteered to tread the boards and deliver a monologue. The performances will be followed by some refreshments afterwards, so I hope that you can join us for some nibbles and informal networking. Around the room, you will see some information about Cardiff Council's equality networks. There. So feel free to have a look and chat to some of the members if you'd like to find out more about their work. So once again, thank you for inviting me to be part of your International Women's celebrations. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. I would now like to introduce you to Ellie James from Cantonian High School, who will tell you a little bit more about Girls with Guitars. Thank you very much for listening.